Ultraflex Football podcast, where we have fun with our friends while we talk about football. I'm your host, Anthony Sutton. We're having some technical difficulties, so we'll have no music today. Thank you, Ryan Wheeler. And also with us is Rob Green. I switched up the order for you guys.
Did you just thank me for our malfunction? Thank you, Ryan Wheeler, for our malfunction.
Yes, you are our IT
or not, yes.
You're our IT person.
Wow. Well, it wasn't me. For some reason, just this day, it doesn't feel like working, so we don't have our sound, we don't have our music. But I'll try to put that stuff in later. I don't know if it's possible, but I'll try. I'll do my best to edit it.
Apparently, it needed a day off.
Don't we all sometimes?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. It's album time. We got a funny one, mildly inappropriate one today. It's called Turtleneck Chain, 2011 album by Lonely Island. My song titles are We're Back, Mama, I Just Had Sex, Jack Sparrow, Attracted to Us, and Rocky. Rob?
Okay, I got The Creep, Watch Me Do Me, Threw It on the Ground, Japan, After Party, and Nahamo.
All right. I've got My Mike, Turtleneck Chain, Shy Ronnie, Trouble on Dookie Island, Falcor versus Atreyu, and Mother Lover. So before we get to football talk, I got to ask you guys, I had a pretty traumatic situation come up today. I got to ask you guys what you would have done in this situation. But in order for me to do that, I got to set the scene. Our office is an old house. So when I say old house, it's actually 3 old houses. Production's in one, like payroll and everyone else is in another. And then my office is like the CEO, COO, HR, me. Yeah. So humble brag right there. You know what I'm saying? But
C-suite.
Yeah, exactly. But I say all that because it's an old house, pretty small, thin walls, 1 story. That's it. So in between, if you leave my desk, you have the HR office. When I say office, it's like literally an old bedroom, and then the bathroom, and then our CEO's office, which is again pretty much just a souped up bedroom. So the situation was, I went out to eat, came back. You ever just sitting there at your work computer and you're like, oh, I got to poop. So I came up, I had to poop. I'm like, let me finish this email. 30 seconds go by and I'm like, did you ever click where you realize your poop just went from poop to diarrhea?
Yep.
And then you know you're in trouble on Dookie Island right there, for real. So my situation is we're hosting people this week that are like investors or potential investors. So all week they were like, be on your best, behavior, clean office, yada, yada, yada. So out of nowhere, I realized I got diarrhea. I got a problem. So there's people in the CEO's office. There's people in the HR office. So I got 2 options. I just want to know what you guys would do. I could either have, in my mind at the time, what is going to be explosive diarrhea in very thin walls. So all of our potential investors and our CEO can hear it, or all of our HR people can hear it, or I can try to hike it to the closest restaurant and maybe make it in time. In that scenario, what are you guys doing?
I think I'm going to the closest restaurant or whatever it is, business, yeah. For sure. There's no fan in the bathroom, like no noise, it's just quiet.
Dude, this house was built in 1940, no installation. Like, it's nice now. Like they souped it up, it's nice, but the walls are thin. Like even you can hear someone's like pee stream from like 2 offices over.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just go outside.
So you're hearing the diarrhea
shit
for sure.
Shit right in the yard, dude.
No. Okay, so you guys would both try to make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
To like the nearest McDonald's or something.
Yeah. I wouldn't be bringing this up if I try to make it, and I'll just leave it at that. We don't need to get too gruesome, right? You guys know the outcome. It wasn't good.
It happens to the best of us.
It wasn't good. I tried, and it was not good. So, I just had to get your guys' opinion there.
Oh boy.
At least you tried.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I mean,
I'm trying to think what's more embarrassing. I guess looking back on it, do you wish you stayed?
No. I was talking to Megan about it. Like, I would be known as like diarrhea boy to our CEO forever if I'm sitting in there blowing it up as he has potential investors in there.
Sure.
Did people at Target probably look at me like I was disgusting? I mean, probably.
Well, what if your CEO watches this and he's like, that dude shit himself? I mean, I'm assuming that's the conclusion we were coming to, is that you shit yourself.
I'm not admitting to anything on this podcast.
All right, so your CEO's like, he's not diarrhea boy, he's shit his own pants boy instead. I don't know if it was that better.
I mean, probably not, but at least it wasn't in front of other people, you know?
True. I feel bad for your vehicle.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as you think. I mean, the pants weren't great, but anyway, that's how my day went. So
the pants have seen better days.
They have. All right, let's. We don't have music, so we're just gonna try to intro some football talk. So, and last week
we're back.
Last week the Bills were on a bye. It was a well-needed bye. They got some luck from a few games or some teams that lost to NFC teams. Big week this week, playing the Chiefs. So, Robbie, what's your first thought about playing the Chiefs?
Yeah, Chiefs week is always fun, and you know, again, the Bills are heading to Arrowhead. It seems like it's always there. They never get to play the Chiefs at home. Maybe someday, but it should be a fun one. Hopefully.
I don't know, man.
Part of me is nervous, but that's the thing. Like I was watching the spread. It's creeping towards the Bills. They're like only a 1.5 point underdog right now. So Vegas still thinks they're good, despite their 500 record. I hope they're right.
I mean, do they think they're good, or do they just realize, like everybody else, that the Chiefs really aren't that good this year?
That also could be part of it, because they don't look great. Their offense is struggling.
This is like an accept full responsibility moment for the Bills, because everyone's like, their schedule is so hard moving forward. I mean, you play with the Chiefs, the Cowboys is probably the hardest team left on their schedule. But I don't think they beat anybody good either.
Depending on.
Right, but the Dolphins haven't beat a team with a winning record yet this year.
No, the Dolphins just beat up on bad teams, yeah.
Right, they're not playing anybody that good. The Chargers are awful. The Patriots, of course, they beat them once already, but they suck. They're the second worst team in the NFL. Like,
but if you're going to say that, then you have to say that no one really plays anyone good. Because whether we like it or not, and I'm not saying you're wrong, right? Like they should win the rest of their games. But the Chiefs, the Cowboys, and Dolphins are probably in the top 5 of teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm just saying it's an accept full responsibility, because the Bills should be on their level.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, I'm not saying that those teams aren't good. I'm just saying that's it. Like, the Bills should be able to win those games. And if they don't, just like the other games the other 6 games they've lost, I mean,
the issue is they left themselves no room for error, right? I mean, I think you always do at the start of the season. We're like, oh, if you get to this point and we win, loss, win. Like the first 12 games, I don't think anyone saw them going 6-6. They just played terrible for 2 months. And if they were 9-3 right now, or 7-4 or 5 or whatever, then you could slip up to either one of the Cowboys or the Eagles, and it doesn't really kill you. But now they have to win practically every game. I know we were going through some scenarios where maybe they make it if they go 4-1 and yada yada yada, but they don't have room for error. So we'll see what happens.
No, we'd feel so much better if they just had one more win.
Yeah.
7-5 right now would be a different story.
It's a crowded AFC, and the Titans, see that segue, could have significantly helped the Bills last week. And if Ryan Tannehill could hold an extra point, they would have beat the Colts.
That's not fair. They also wouldn't have gotten 2 punts blocked. I guess one of them technically wasn't a punt block. It was a fumble, but they fired their special teams coordinator. I mean, you got the best punter in the league arguably hurt. You had 2 punts blocked. Like I said, one of them technically wasn't a block, but we all know it was going to be if you would have tried to punt it. Yep. Ryan Tannehill went out and said that he hadn't practiced holding a snap for a field goal in a few weeks. Like, dude, you're the backup. If the punter ever goes down, you're the guy that has to hold the field goals. Why weren't you practicing that in a few weeks?
I wonder how many. And I agree. I mean, yeah, you should, right? From the outside looking in. I just wonder how many backup holders actually do that or not.
They should absolutely. Like,
I 100% agree.
It feels like after practice thing.
Right. Just go do a couple
the backup
snaps,
guy maybe. Yeah, just a little after party there and do some snaps, practice it, because you never know who's going to get hurt.
There's probably some receivers
and when it's going to cost you a game.
Yeah, and it cost the Titans a game, which, quite honestly, that game was perfect. Not for Bills fans, but for Titans fans.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were happy with that. But another thing I wanted to bring up, I don't know, this is probably the case for most teams, but what do you think of the Titans using their kicker as their punter after the punter got hurt?
Dude,
I feel like that would make me nervous as a Bills fan if they brought Tyler Bass out there to punt. Because if he gets hurt too, then he can't kick field goals.
If the Titans had a Tyler Bass, then sure. But they have a 9-year-old Nick Folk, whatever. Like,
yeah,
who cares, man? He's on a rental this year anyways. Throw him out there. You're gonna earn his money this week. He's gonna be punting the ball. He did pretty good. He had some pretty good punts. I mean,
I guess maybe the stakes were a little bit different in that game versus like a playoff game or something. But
right, the Titans were like, "Fuck it, we want to lose anyway." So
if I'm 38-year-old or 39-year-old Nick Folk, I'm not super excited to go back there either. After just watching my punter get his legs snapped.
I'll give him credit though. That punt was pretty good. The one he got off was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything else for last week? I guess obviously this week, going back to the Bills and Chiefs, anytime you have Allen and Mahomes going against each other, it's exciting. Hopefully, Allen balls out and outperforms Mahomes, because he's been getting some slander across the national media, and it'd be nice to see him get some credit for how well he's playing. Mahomes and Allen is like the new Falcor and Atreyu, if you know what I'm saying. But
good one.
I know, right? Trying to get that one in there. Anything else for football?
Who's Falcor?
In case you didn't know, Falcor and Atreyu are from the Never-Ending Story.
The Replacements.
Or something like that. No?
Shane
Falco? I don't think so. Jack Sparrow in that movie?
Me. I don't know.
God damn, we're just crushing him.
Yeah, he is. That's right.
It is Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, Jack Sparrow's in that movie. Yep.
Okay. Moving on.
Pick games. We're going to pick some games here. Last week, Ryan and I tied for first. I had 7 correct. Ryan had 7 correct. And Rob had 5. So, Rob, you get to pick the order.
Yeah, I threw it on the ground last week. Terrible week for me. You know what? Ryan's going to start out first, just since he said loser. So, Ryan can start out. I'll go last today.
It's all right. I just had sex. I'm feeling great. Let's go. Just kidding. I didn't.
To know.
Not since we started the show, at least.
we didn't take an intermission for you?
No.
Did I forget? Oh, okay. Anyway, Thursday Night Football, Patriots at Steelers.
Give me the... Who are you going to take, Rob? I'm just kidding.
I don't know yet. It might depend on who you pick.
Give me the Patriots.
I already had it typed out that you were going to go with the Pats or the Steelers. I will also go with the Patriots.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll take the Steelers. Texans at Jets.
Texans at Jets. I'm gonna go Texans by a landslide.
Oh, forgot to turn my mic on. Yeah, I agree. I think the Jets are losing the locker room pretty quickly, so I'll go Texans.
Texans. Bucks at Falcons. Actually, an important game there in that AFC or NFC South, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go Bucks just because I hope the Bucks win, so that helps the Titans in the draft order.
Falcons.
I hate the Falcons, but I'll pick the Falcons. Lions at Bears.
Oh man, I've had a rocky start to this. Well, I've had a rocky 3/4 of the season guessing these games. I guess I'll just pick underdogs. Bears.
Hey, the Bears would help the Titans as well, right?
Yes, it would. Let's go.
Lions and Bears.
But I'm going Lions.
Lions.
Oh, sorry, I skipped the order there. My bad.
It's all right. We forgive you.
Jaguars at Browns.
I'm gonna go Browns.
Battle of the backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Potentially. I guess they haven't said for sure if Lawrence is out yet.
I'm gonna go Jags.
Give me the home team. I'll take the Browns.
Yeah.
Colts at Bengals.
Give me the Colts.
The what?
Browning was kind of impressive last week, so I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
I'm on the Bengals as well. Rams at Ravens.
Ravens.
Yep. Keep it simple, Ravens. Panthers at Saints.
Saints. Panthers suck.
Saints.
Yep. Saints.
They did cover last week.
Moving on. Vikings at Raiders. Both coming off their bye.
Ooh. How often does that happen? Both teams coming off a bye playing each other?
I know. Because I was like, I was looking at this one earlier. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick the Raiders. They're coming off their bye. And then I was like, but wait, so are the Vikings.
I mean, give me some of that Josh Dobbs magic. I'm going back to it.
Vikings for me.
Vikings.
Yeah, they're fighting for a playoff spot. Give me the Vikings. Seahawks at 49ers.
49ers.
Yep. 49ers. A lot of sweeps going on right now. Broncos at Chargers.
Broncos.
I'll go Chargers.
You did just say the Chargers are terrible, so.
They are terrible.
Yeah. Give me the Broncos as well.
Man.
Okay, Bills at Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
I will take the Bills.
Bills for me, too.
You guys are obligated to. That's an easy win for me. Suckers.
No chance.
Long sigh. Eagles at Cowboys. Sunday Night Football.
Eagles.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Cowboys, my Super Bowl pick. They're heating up.
Ooh.
Well, my losing in the Super Bowl to the Bills, but they're my NFC pick. All right, so we got a Monday night doubleheader this week. Not quite sure why that is, but I know our fans in Nahamo, Japan will be watching and listening to that one. So Titans at Dolphins.
Nahamo. Give me the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I really want the Titans to win, but I'm not picking that. So give me the Dolphins.
Don't do it. Yeah.
And to wrap it up, Packers at Giants.
Packers at Giants. I'm going Packers. Sorry, you said wrap it up, and then I was thinking about I just had sex, and the thoughts were flowing, but I didn't want to say anything.
I will also pick the Packers, and I'll give Ryan a little shout out. He's been high on Jordan Love in the last few weeks. He's been balling out. So
yeah, Jordan Love's gonna say, "Watch me do me." He's gonna lead them to a at least 15-point win here against the Giants. So give me the Packers.
Let's go.
all right, that's it for this week's picks. Time to do some sharp versus sheep. Last week we were doing some spread changes. We've done over/under changes, kind of whatever we think we disagree with as far as lines that Vegas is making. I'll go first because mine is going to be tomorrow night already. I think the over/under for the Steelers and Pats game is anywhere between 29 and 30-ish, depending on what book you look at. To me, I think the quarterback play is going to be so bad that there's going to be enough turnovers that they'll be in field goal position before they even take the field. So I think somehow they get to 20-17, and I already picked the Pats to win. So I think 20-17, they hit the over, and the Pats also win. So that's my double whammy.
Wham, bam.
Oh.
Chicken dinner. That didn't sound right. Wham, bam, choo-choo tram. Rob, you want me to go next? I'm just fumbling the ball.
I'll take over here. All right, so I'm going to go to Cincinnati. We got Indianapolis at the Bengals +1. So the Bengals are a home dog in this game. To me, I'm not really sure why. Like the Colts are missing their starting quarterback. So are the Bengals. If you look at just, I think the overall talent of both teams, the Bengals have more talent. I think they have better coaching. They've been to a Super Bowl with this coaching staff. It's just a line that really confuses me. I don't really know why, unless people are that high on Gardner Minshew, but Browning for the Bengals last week passed for 354 yards, I believe it was, which I went back and checked. Gardner Minshew started almost 4 seasons worth of games at this point and has only done that one time. So maybe he's just better than Gardner Minshew. And I'm going to make the Bengals 5.5-point favorites. I think they win by at least 2 field goals. I think that talent prevails.
I like it. I liked your reasonings a lot better than mine.
And mine is the Titans at the Dolphins. Right now, the current line is Dolphins -13.5. So they're 13.5-point favorites. I'm going to bump that up to -19.5. I think that there's just zero chance. Dude, the Titans secondary is god-awful. Jeffrey Simmons is out for the season. Sean Murphy-Bunting can't play man coverage. So there's like no way that this lines up well for the Titans to even have a modicum of success. The only thing I think that'll prevent, because the Dolphins will definitely score at least 28 points, at least probably 30 points. It's whether or not the Titans can get to past 10, because they don't do it that often. Like the Titans just don't put up offensive points. So
I wonder what your odds would be if you could do an alternate spread of 19.5. We got to figure it out.
Yeah,
I will check that and get back to you.
But yeah, I just think the Titans are going to get absolutely mollywomped.
It's not going to be a fun one to watch, huh?
No.
That's one of those ones you just put on a turtleneck and chain and grab a whiskey and take it all in. You know what I'm saying?
If you're not attracted to us after that, I don't know what you're doing.
Hey, but for you draft pick watchers over there in Titan Land, you'll be happy with a 20-point loss.
Whatever, man. As long as Levis doesn't look like he's god awful, that's all I care about.
All right.
The alternate spread right now, if you take the Dolphins at -19.5, that's only +190.
I was gonna guess like +250. So
that's not high enough to win. by 20 points in the NFL.
Well, the spread's already 13 and a half. So that's the issue.
20 points in the NFL?
Now, if you go and take the Patriots minus 19 and a half against the Steelers, I think you'll get some good money on that line.
What is it? I'll talk while you look that up. Because
what was it?
the Patriots minus 19 and a half. I'm no shy Ronnie. I'll sit here and talk while you guys do your thing. But that's going to be the sharp versus sheep this week. While you guys look that up, I'm going to get my stuff ready for Stump-the-Rob.
Patriots 19 and a half. We're looking at favorites?
Yeah.
It won't even let me bet anything
2,500.
Than Patriots minus 6.5 on DraftKings. So
hey,
we got plus 2,500 if the Patriots win by 19 and a half or more, or by 20 or more.
There you go.
I like it.
There's your bad gambling advice for the week.
Patriots minus 19 and a half. All right.
All right, Stump-the-Rob. Here we go. I got mine ready to locked and loaded. Ready?
Get some.
Ready.
This person was playing for the Kansas City Chiefs from 2008 until 2016.
Oh.
Okay. You confused me for a second.
He was drafted in the 3rd round and is currently 17th in the Chiefs' career receiving all-time yardage. Do you have a guess?
Dwayne Bowe.
That is incorrect. He's also number 1 on their all-time rushing list.
Charles.
Jamal Charles, right?
That is correct. This is where the real question comes into play. After 9 years with the Chiefs, he spent 1 year with another team in the AFC West. Who is that?
Denver.
And then he finished his career with one other team. Who was it?
The Ravens?
Jacksonville.
I do not remember Jacksonville.
I don't either.
That's all I got.
Wow.
Try to keep it under a minute.
Jamal Charles played for Jacksonville. I need to see a jersey to believe it.
I know, right?
To be fair, he only played in a handful of games. He had 6 attempts for 7 yards.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like one of those practice squad things, right?
Yeah.
It was probably like the first year they did the expanded practice squads or something.
You, in fact, Tony, did not get that in under 1 minute.
Mother lover.
Few too many words.
All right. Are you ready, Rob?
Yeah. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's do this. Position, tight end, status, active, draft year 2020. Career stats, 194 receptions, 1,881 yards, 14 touchdowns.
Evan Ingram. That's not right.
Nope. Fact. He had 60 catches and 612 yards in 2021, but scored no touchdowns. Also, according to NFL.com, his NFL draft comp was Tyler Higbee.
Cole Kmet?
Yeah, my boy! It's Cole Kmet. Mr.
Once
Notre
you said
Dame.
0 touchdowns, that gave it away.
I know. I was going to not use that one. I was going to say Van Ness is dating his younger sister and see if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that. Van Ness, like the Packers?
The rookie
Player?
Yeah.
Nope,
Well,
I didn't know that.
That's what I saw on Twitter, and everything's true on Twitter. So
Everything.
But I did know that Cole Kmet couldn't score touchdowns until like 2 years ago. So
yeah. He had 2 his rookie year, then none his sophomore, and then he
wasn't allowed to?
Yeah, he wasn't not allowed to. They had Jimmy Graham for all those touchdowns back then.
Feels like that's against the rules to prevent one player. But, anywho, that's all we got. I got all my songs in. Do you guys get your songs in?
I did.
Yep.
All right. Ryan will see if he can get the music to come alive. Sorry that I had to improv some of that there. And
we'll put the IT ticket in. We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, should be fixed by tomorrow. And that's it. Yeah, big week for the Bills. They need to win, obviously, and they need some help. So hopefully it starts this week. And thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
What's up, Ultraflexers? Thank you for listening to our show. We appreciate all of you for your support. If you would like to support us even more, we have a website, ultraflexfootball.com. Or if you could like or subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, that would be awesome. We would also really appreciate it if you would rate our show. Plus, of course, if you didn't like it, then maybe make a donation on our website so that we can make the show better, just for you. You can also leave us a voicemail on our website if there's something you'd like us to share or talk about, and then maybe we'll play it on the podcast. Once again, we appreciate all of you, and we look forward to talking random stuff again next week. Oh yeah, and some football.